moving to the, I would say the, last but not least piece that we've been holding in reserve. I brought a special piece out from the vault tonight for everybody to see, and that would be a Patek Philippe 5074 Grand Complication in rose gold. So Tim here is going to get the watch ready to go for you guys to enjoy. So the 5074, for those that don't know, is a cathedral gong minute repeater perpetual calendar. So this watch originally came out in 2001 in yellow gold, and it was then released in 2004 in rose. So it's believed that only 40 watches were made in rose ever during the duration of the production, and only 2 with the black Arabic dial. So this is truly a special piece. And what a cathedral gong means is that the wire gongs going around the inside of the watch actually go around 1.5 times. So this is extremely difficult to do, but it provides a richer, deeper sound. So interestingly enough, which I didn't know at the time, but I did a little bit more research onto the watch, is that this is one of the only cathedral gongs that Patek Philippe does. Now, I'm not sure, is the Sky Moon or the Grandmaster cathedral gong?
I've had the 6300 in my hand, but I have not been able to actually examine the caliber 300. I don't think it is a cathedral gong, just because it's got so many gongs in it. I don't know if a single gong
is cathedral.
Because it can chime the time. It has a grand sonnerie, a petite sonnerie, and it can chime the date. So I don't know if they found the space, even in a 47mm case, to wire up a full cathedral gong.
So this could very well be the only cathedral gong that Patek Philippe does. And what I really love...
Wait, no, there's the 5178, guys. My bad. The 5078 was standard. The 5178
so it's now cathedral gong?
It does.
Which actually just came out this past year.
That's true, and it's bigger.
Yeah. So, and what I love about this watch is it's a great transitional piece from the 5016, which we've mentioned before in the show, to the 5207 and 5208, which is much more modern era Patek. So I think that this really has the traditional lines almost of a 5070. It has that classic dial, the classic layout on the watch, and all in a 42mm case, which was large for Patek at the time. So I think
it's large for Patek
It's
today.
large for Patek now. So what I'm a huge fan of the watch because I think it's got that old world Patek feel in a more modern sized case. Oh. So you've got 467 individual parts. Do we have a question?
Can I defer to the field? Because Robert Dixon's asking, are we going to hear it?
We are going to hear it. So just wanted
to... It's a build-up.
Obviously, it's a build-up. So we'll play one sound now, talk a little bit more about the watch, and then... and then play it again.
The problem is that Brian was talking for so long that the watch, which I had meticulously set to 12:59 for maximum effect, rolled over. So I'm going to have to slowly advance back to 12:59. We do the runaround, quite literally, but a most beautiful and poetic version of it. I will say this as I advance this. Lee Cohen, Tim, do you like the Reserve de Martian Blue as a dress watch? Yes, I love it. Other question. I own a 5500 and have gotten used to the size. This is Philip Hayden. But other than that, they are thousands less than other vintage sports models, but I tend to agree with you. I think there's a chat going on internally in our chat box. That's not allowed. You can't chat in the chat box.
I guess while you're doing that...
No, I'm there.
Mike
there.
K, with its yearly list of production, do I believe the FP Journe Chronometer Blue is a future collector's item? Honestly, I 100% think that it's a future collector's item. I know for a fact how difficult it is for FP Journe to make the dials. I know how difficult it is for them to make the tantalum cases. I believe that at some point, FP Journe is going to transition either out of that dial or out of that watch into something else. And I wholeheartedly believe that that is going to be, and again, I could be wrong, but my gut is that it's a at least $35,000 to $50,000 watch one day.
I would say this. I've seen how the dial's made, and I'm not allowed to tell you.
But no, I mean, I think that if you can pick up that watch right now and actually hold on to it for a long time, I think that you're going to see a major appreciation, especially as FP Journe itself continues to rise in the market.
Okay, guys, and
ready?
Now the moment you've been waiting for.
Are we going to be able to hear this thing?
Hell yeah! I'm wearing a lav.
Oh, beautiful.
I need a cigarette after that.
I mean, that thing is an absolute monster.